The following is a production of the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. It's now time for Ottumwa Baseball. Heard right here on your news and information leader, 1240 AM and 102.7 FM, KBIZ. Now, let's get you to the field with the voice of the Ottumwa Bulldogs, Jason Van Arkel.
Ottumwa High Baseball is on the air. Good afternoon, everybody, from John Hart Stadium, Legion Memorial Field in the City of Bridges. Jason Van Arkel reporting. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Carl Davis, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. Fourth broadcast in a row, last broadcast of the week, as your Ottumwa High Baseball team plays a doubleheader against their old rivals, the Scarlets of Des Moines East. Ottumwa comes in at 9-6, 3-1, tied with East atop the Iowa Alliance South. And the Bulldogs are coming off a doubleheader sweep last night on the road at Fort Dodge, and that might have been Ottumwa's best night of the season so far. The Bulldogs used timely hitting, daring base running, and good pitching to earn a very happy bus ride home. Matt Mitchell was outstanding in the opener, tossing a complete Game 6 hit shutout. A.J. Guest was rocky early in Game 2, but settled down over the final 5 innings to earn his own complete game. Javen Romiger had the night's biggest blow, a 3-run homer in Game 2 that put Ottumwa ahead for good, and he had a total of 6 RBI in the 2 wins. Tonight, OHS renews its rivalry with East, but Ottumwa will be without the services of senior Tanner Shark. He fouled the ball off his foot in the first game last night, had to leave the game 2 innings later, did not play in Game 2. He was scheduled to start one of tonight's games, but that will not happen. Talked to Coach Yeager right before we went on the air, said he's very sore. If he loosens up, it's not too bad, but doesn't want to risk it tonight. Not going to use him unless it's an emergency. So Tanner Shark out tonight, and Ottumwa will try to find a way to win 2 conference games without him. As for Des Moines East, they are tied with Ottumwa atop the Iowa Alliance South at 3-1, but overall the Scarlets are just 4-16 under Justin Denham in his first year as head coach. East opened the season with an 8-inning 1-0 loss to Waukee Northwest, and they were obviously very competitive against a good team. They then lost their next 8 games by an average score of approximately 10-1. The Scarlets' only wins are 2 over Lincoln, plus doubleheader splits with Roosevelt, and then they split 2 with Marshalltown last night. To put it another way, Fort Dodge, the team Ottumwa swept last night, beat East by scores of 11-0 and 12-0. With fully half their season now in the books, the Scarlets are hitting .171 as a team and have a team ERA of 5.88. East, we thought they were saving Kobe Kunert, the man who held Waukee Northwest scoreless for 7 innings, to pitch against the Bulldogs tonight. But in talking to Coach Yeager, he may be injured. He is not pitching or appearing in Game 1. And outside of Kobe Kunert, they don't have much else in the way of pitching, so Ottumwa should have opportunities at the plate tonight. The one thing the Scarlets do well offensively is draw walks. They've drawn a ton of them this year, and that's something the Bulldogs have struggled at times in terms of walking too many batters. So if there's one area where East may have an advantage, that would certainly be it. If you're watching on the live video stream, you can see Des Moines East taking the field to do their pregame warm-up. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout on the Bulldog pregame show and return with the information you need to know on the last time these two teams met. It was last summer. We'll talk about how the Bulldogs fared against the Scarlets a year ago. That comes your way next on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced, professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at mikespizzasteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, the live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Bulldogs back home at Legion Memorial Field, John Hart Stadium, hosting Des Moines East. The two teams met 4 times, of course, last year, and Ottumwa won all 4 of them, including back on June 20th of last year, the last time these two teams met, where the Bulldogs won a pair of games 10-0 and 3-2. OHS cruised to a 5-inning win in the opener, but they had to battle East to prevail by a run in the nightcap. Javen Romiger allowed just 1 earned run in that Game 2 victory, and he will face the Scarlets again here tonight. Going back to 2009, East still leads this series, but the margin's down to just 1 game, 27-26. And OHS has won every game in this series since 2020 began. That is a 10-game winning streak in the series. East had a much larger margin, but it's been all Ottumwa ever since we reached this current decade. When you look at the Iowa Alliance South Division, the standings are as such. Ottumwa and East are both 3-1, although the Bulldogs obviously with the better overall record at 9-6, Scarlets 4-16. Des Moines Roosevelt, Des Moines Hoover are both 3-3 in conference play, a game back. Roosevelt 9-9 overall, Hoover 5-9 overall. Lincoln is also 5-9, their conference record 2-2. And then North bringing up the rear, they're 0-4 in conference and 0-9 overall. We'll take another 2-minute timeout here on the Bulldog pregame show. Come back with the Game 1 starting lineups on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree, and our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ, live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Ottumwa hosting Des Moines East. Game one of our doubleheader coming up shortly. Let's check the starting lineups for game one. First for the visiting Scarlets. Leading off and playing left field, Diego Gonzalez. Batting second, the third baseman, Dylan Baldwin. The number 3 hitter is the designated hitter, Austin Fleener. Jaden Sorter, the center fielder, hits cleanup. Kale Klein will play first base and bat fifth. Devin Holman, the catcher, bats sixth. Tate Warren at second base, batting seventh. Amante Johnson, the right fielder, hits eighth. And batting ninth is the shortstop, Bryce Dix. The pitcher for Des Moines East in game one is Tegan Warren. Warren is a sophomore. This will be his 7th appearance, his 3rd start. He is 0-3 with a 6.12 ERA. 16 innings pitched, 19 hits allowed, 18 runs, 14 of them earned, 7 walks, 7 hit batters, 9 strikeouts, and opponents hitting .288 against Warren. Those are the Scarlets. These are your Ottumwa Bulldogs. Leading off and catching, Dalton Dowd. Batting second, the pitcher, Javen Rominger. Tucker Long will play second base and bat third. Carter Thompson at shortstop will hit cleanup. Braylon Griffiths, the left fielder, bats fifth. Matt Mitchell, the designated hitter, batting sixth. Kason Palm at third base, hitting seventh. Jared Mitchell, the first baseman, bats eighth. Batting ninth is the right fielder, Luke Reinhardt. And in the field, but not in the batting order, is the Bulldogs center fielder, Luke Gravy. As we mentioned, Javen Rominger, the pitcher. The junior lefty will be making his 5th appearance, his 3rd start. He's 0-2 with a 4.20 ERA, but does have 2 saves. 6 2/3 innings pitched, 6 hits allowed, 7 runs, 4 earned, 4 walks, 4 hit batters, 7 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .171 against him. Rominger to this point has lost his 2 starts, but has earned the save in both of his 2 relief appearances. Hopefully he'll turn in a better starting performance against Des Moines East on this sun-drenched Thursday afternoon in the city of Bridges. Bulldogs hoping to win 2 games here and end this week with a 6-1 mark over the 7 games.
Second baseman number 22.
Pardon me, a 5-2 mark. The Bulldogs split 2 with Roosevelt on Monday, dropped 1 to Centerville on Tuesday, and then 1-2 at Fort Dodge last night. So 3-2 through 5 games. Win these 2, you're 7-2 for the week. Feeling pretty good about yourself heading into next week. And again, Ottumwa, you did not hear Kason Palm's name in the lineup. Or pardon me, I say Kason Palm. I was thinking about the lineup that Ronnie's introducing to the crowd here at John Hart Stadium. You do not hear Tanner Shark's name in the lineup, and he fouled that ball off his foot in game 1 yesterday. He will not play tonight unless it's an absolute emergency. And the Bulldogs will try to find a way to win a pair of conference games without their senior pitcher and outfielder. Scarlets have red row jerseys with gray sleeves, black lettering, or black numbers, I should say, trimmed in white on the back, black lettering Scarlets across the nameplate on the back. Can't see the front of the jerseys just yet. Ottumwa's got the home whites, and we'll get to that get to more of that after a moment. Time for the national anthem. We'll take 90 seconds and return with the first pitch on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent: our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM, KBIZ. The live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Good afternoon once again, everybody. Jason Van Arkel with you from John Hart Stadium, Legion Memorial Field. Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Carl Davis, the radio producer, back at the KBIZ studios. Ottumwa and Des Moines East on this sunny afternoon in the city of Bridges. Javen Rominger, the lefty on the mound for Ottumwa. The defense behind him, Braylon Griffiths in left, Luke Gravy in center, Luke Reinhardt in right. Cason Palm at third, Carter Thompson at short, Tucker Long at second, Jared Mitchell at first, and Dalton Dowd is behind the plate. Ottumwa 3-1, tied with East atop the South Division of the Iowa Alliance Conference. The Bulldogs 9-6 overall. The Scarlets only 4-16. They've already played 20 games, half of their 40-game schedule. Bulldogs playing game 16 as they get ready to wrap up another busy week. One more warm-up pitch for Javen Rominger, and then he'll face the top three in the East order: Diego Gonzalez, Dylan Baldwin, and Austin Fleener. Gonzalez, a senior, hitting 184 with 5 runs batted in.
Number 1, Diego Gonzalez.
Scarlets have not hit well at all this season. Team batting average of 171. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Our first pitch at 5:02. That pitch fouled off to the right, and the count even at a ball and a strike. One and one to Gonzalez. The next offering, swing and a miss, and the count 1-2. 78 degrees under mostly sunny skies. There is that haze to the north. The smoke from the Canadian wildfires is all over Iowa right now. There's a foul straight back, and we'll do it again at 1-2. I mean, it could be worse. They're having to cancel all sorts of things in the Northeast and New York and up there. We've just got haze, but still not great. Another 1-2 pitch. Popped up right side. Tucker Long drifting onto the outfield grass. The second baseman makes the catch for out number 1. 78 degrees, a southeast wind at 4 miles an hour. The flag on the flagpole in center field not even moving.
Next up for the Scarlets.
That brings up the third baseman, Dylan Baldwin. Left-handed hitter. Senior batting .216. He's driven in 6. First pitch grounded up the middle, base hit. So a 1-out single for Baldwin, and that'll bring up the DH Austin Fleener. Fleener, a senior, hitting .220 with 3 runs batted in.
Designated hitter number 13, Austin Fleener.
One on, 1 out. Rominger from the stretch, the pitch. Outside corner strike, 0-1. Baldwin 2 for 3 in stolen base tries. East has 31 steals in their 20 games. That pitch up high, 1-1. Of course, it's a little harder to run on Romiger as he's a lefty. Now the 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Two balls, one strike. That pitch misses, 3-1. Romiger kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Count is full, 3-2. Three balls, two strikes to Fleener. 1-on, 1-out for East here in the top of the first. The payoff. In the dirt, ball 4. It gets away from Dowd, but the walk will advance Baldwin to second anyway. 2-on, 1-out, and the batter, Jaden Sorter.
Now batting center fielder number 10, Jaden Sorter. I'm sorry, number 25.
Two on, one out. And the cleanup hitter Sorter at the plate, a swing and a miss, 0-1. Sorter, a senior, batting .213. He's driven in 3. East has some players who have multiple numbers listed on their roster. Sorter, one of those. There's a pitch in the dirt, swing and a miss. He couldn't hold up. Count is 0-2. Again, East has red jerseys but gray sleeves, black lettering script, East on the front trimmed in white, black numbers trimmed in white on the back, gray pants. As the 0-2 pitch comes in high, 1-2. The nameplate on the back of those East jerseys says Scarlets in black. Batting helmets are white. Trying to look into the dugout. I think their ball caps are black. The 1-2. Popped up foul to the right. That will get out of play. Off the top of the Bulldog dugout, still 1-2. Sorter steps back in, right-handed batting center fielder. 2-on, 1-out for East here in the top of the first. Another 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on a high fastball for out number 2. First strikeout for Javen Romiger, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. That brings up the first baseman, Cale Klein.
Now batting, number 9, first baseman, Cale Klein.
Klein hitting .222. He's driven in 4. First pitch, swing and a miss. He was late on a fastball, 0-1. Romiger trying to pitch around a 2-on, 1-out jam. There's now 2 away. The 0-1 hit in the air, foul off to the right, out of play. And the count 0-2. Gonzalez popped out, Baldwin singled, Fleener walked, Sorter struck out. Now 0-2 to Klein. Javen has his sign. We'll look back at second. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts, and the inning is over. Another K brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Klein gone on 3 pitches. No runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 left. After half an inning, the Scarlets nothing. The Bulldogs coming up on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the first inning, East had 2 base runners, but nothing to show for it in the top of the first, and now tall, slender right-hander Tegan Warren will take the mound against the Bulldogs. The defense behind him, Diego Gonzalez in left, Jaden Sorter in center, and Amante Johnson in right. Dylan Baldwin at third, Bryce Dix at short, Tate Warren at second, Kale Klein at first, and Devin Holman, the catcher, behind the plate. Top 3 in the Bulldog order, Dalton Dowd, Javen Rominger, Tucker Long. East had a hit and a walk with 1 out in the first inning, but Rominger settled it down. Back-to-back strikeouts, put the top of the first to bed. Now Dowd will look to get a rally started for Ottumwa in the bottom of the first. Dalton hitting .377, 2 doubles, a triple. He's driven in 6. Dowd had 3 hits in the doubleheader at Fort Dodge last night. The third baseman, Baldwin, is even with the bag, but well off the bag. They've really shifted the infield here, and Dalton sees it, bunts at third base side. Baldwin charges, and he'll just eat it. As soon as I saw where Baldwin was set up, he was way over towards the whole third base side. And you knew that any kind of a bunt up the third baseline would be a single. Dalton didn't even get the ball that close to the line, but no way they could throw him out. A leadoff single. Got a courtesy runner for Dowd. That'll be Kobe Chantalavan. And here is Javen Rominger, who hit a 3-run home run in Fort Dodge last night. It's part of a 6 RBI game. Throw to first, and that'll chase Chantalavan. Kobe already has that uniform dirty. Another throw over to first, not in time. Rominger hitting .293, the home run. He's driven in 12. He doubled his RBI total in 1 doubleheader yesterday. The stretch in the pitch, and there's a foul off to the right out of play, 0-1. Again, that Fort Dodge ballpark, the walls are pretty cozy. Now, the field, with the way the wind was blowing and just kind of the way the ball didn't carry very well, it played bigger than it looked, but still mentioned it on the air, and then I was talking about it with the Ottumwa coaches afterwards. We were wishing that state tournament team we had 2 years ago and some of those power hitters we had, Mitch Wood, Jesus Jaime, Trey Swartz, could have played a couple of games in that ballpark. Would have been some danger to the windows of the houses across the street. Long pause by Warren, and the breaking ball comes in high to Rominger, 1-1. Leadoff hitter on for Ottumwa here in the bottom of the first inning, no score. Chantalavan has his lead. Not running, and Javen fouls this one off to the right, 1-2. Kobe on the year, 4 for 5 in stolen base tries. Ottumwa's leading base stealer isn't going to get a chance here in game 1, at least not the way the current lineup is. Luke Gravy, because of the injury to Tanner Shark, Luke Gravy is playing center field in this game, but he's not in the batting order, so he can't be a courtesy runner or a pinch runner. It'd have to be a lineup change to get him into the lineup. And he's got 17 stolen bases, does Luke Gravy. Now a 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Wow, that thing looked high the whole way, but it's called strike 3 for out number 1. First strikeout for Tegan Warren.
Batting for the Bulldogs.
And the batter is Tucker Long.
Tucker Long.
Long is just tearing it up right now. He's hitting .460 with 13 RBI. And East is going to shift the outfield and the infield as if Long is a pull-hitting left-handed hitter, which he is not. Third baseman Baldwin in on the grass. Runner goes, hit and run, pitch fouled off, 0-1. Long loves to hit it the other way. And they've moved the left fielder, Gonzalez, over towards the alley a bit. Well, if Tucker could straighten that out and keep it fair down the line, roll that into the corner, he'd have a triple because it'd take Gonzalez forever to get to the ball. Long pause and a throw to first, and Chantalivon, who didn't have a big lead, is back in safely. The shortstop, Dix, is only about 10 paces off the bag at second. The second baseman, Tate Warren, is way over in the hole. Now the 0-1. Up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. The center fielder, Sorter, is several steps over towards right center. The right fielder, Johnson, is over towards the line. Another throw over, and boy, Chantalivon's going to need the extra strength detergent for that jersey tonight. Keeps having to dive back into first. One and one to Tucker Long. Runner goes. Pitch is rolled out towards short, having to go back and get it is Dix. His throw to first is not even going to be made, and the defensive shift again bites East. As with the runner going, Dix was headed over towards second, and Tucker didn't hit it hard, but he rolled it back towards the hole, and it took so long for Dix to get there, he had no play. An infield hit for Long.
Shortstop, number 19, Carter Thompson.
And that brings up Carter Thompson. Senior hitting .244. He's driven in 8. That batting average has risen about 80 points over the last 2 days. First and second, 1 out. The pitch. Breaking ball high, 1-0. Now the infield defense is playing Carter to pull. The third baseman Baldwin over towards the line. The shortstop Dix over towards the hole. Second baseman Tate Warren is trying to keep Chantalivon close at second. First baseman Klein is in on the edge of the grass. The 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. One out, 2 on for Ottumwa. Bottom of the first inning. The pitch. In the dirt, 2-1. East had 2 on, 1 out in the top of the first, and that's where those runners were stranded. Ottumwa hoping for a different result here in the bottom of the first. Chantalivon at second. Tucker Long, the runner at first. Thompson at the plate. The 2-1. Ground ball right side, that's through for a base hit. Chantalivon being waved around third. He's on his way home. Long heading for third as the ball kind of died in the grass in shallow right. The second baseman, Warren, went out to get it. RBI single, Carter Thompson. Dogs lead 1-0. 3 hits in the inning already for Ottumwa. Runners on the corners and 1 out. And the batter, Braylon Griffiths.
Brings in left fielder, number 29, Braylon Griffiths.
Braylon hitting .214. He's driven in 3. He had a couple of hits in Fort Dodge yesterday, and that batting average is back over 200. So Long at third, Thompson at first. Warren taking his time on the mound. Runner goes. The pitch is hit high in the air to left center. Long will tag. Center fielder Sorter drifts underneath it, makes the catch. Coming home and scoring without a relay throw is Tucker Long. Sacrifice fly for Griffiths, and Ottumwa leads it 2-0. Thompson retreating to first. The batter, Matt Mitchell, who's the DH here in this game. Matt hitting .343, he's driven in 4. Throw to first, and Thompson back in safely. Carter 3 for 3 in stolen base tries. Tegan Warren from the stretch. It's all right-hander's pitch. Big breaking ball. Boy, the top of the zone is open for that pitch. It's called a strike, 0-1. Feels like we've seen more high strikes called this season. 0-1 to Mitchell. Runner goes. Pitch is popped to shallow center. This could be trouble, and it'll drop in front of Sorter for a bloop single. Thompson never stopped. He ends up at third. Mitchell at first with a base hit. Runners on the corners again with 2 down, and the batter Case and Palm. So Matt Mitchell, one night after throwing a 6-hit shutout on the mound, gets a base hit as a DH.
Hold on, third baseman number 27, Cason Palm.
Palm has his batting average up to 179. He's driven in 4. He had a couple of hits against Fort Dodge yesterday. Also played some good defense at third base. First pitch, in there for a strike, 0-1. Palm, the number 7 hitter in the Ottumwa order. 2-0 Dogs here in the bottom of the first. Runner goes, the 0-1, up and in. The throw down to second is in time. No, safe is the call. And then coming home on the delayed steal to score is Thompson, and it's 3-0. Oh, and I think East head coach Justin Denham, he's out of the dugout. I think he has a question about that call, but it will stand, I believe. It looked like that throw was there in time, and obviously I thought it was. But Mitchell ruled safe, so he steals second, and then Carter Thompson steals home. 3-0. Counts 1-1 to Palm. Now with Mitchell at second and 2 down. And the pitch. Ground ball. Nice play by the second baseman, Tate Warren. Throw to first, inning over. I say nice play because he was shielded by the umpire there. The umpire got out of the way. Warren able to stab that and make a nice play. But Ottumwa gets 3 runs on 4 hits. They leave 1 after an inning. Bulldogs 3, Scarlets nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, this is Cassandra Brewer, clerical lead at Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. If you're looking for a local provider to handle you and your family's healthcare needs, consider Mercy One Ottumwa. From pediatrics to geriatrics and everything in between, we are here for you year-round to assist you in your healthcare needs. We also offer our quick care walk-in clinic with no appointment necessary, open Monday through Friday from 7 to 4:30. Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the second inning, Bulldog Baseball brought to you by Josh Brenda and the team at Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home on the corner of Penn and Jeff in Ottumwa. By Bridge City Realty, your Ottumwa and surrounding area real estate pros for buying or selling property. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's trusted experts. And by Graphics Masters on Albee Road in Ottumwa, across from the BP. Contact them for all your window or auto signage, vinyl decals, wall sayings, custom apparel, and advertisement needs. Ottumwa with 4 hits in that first inning, and they lead 3-0. East with their 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up. Devin Holman, Tate Warren, and Amante Johnson. Jamin Rominger allowed a hit and a walk in the top of the first, but he struck out 2 as well.
Number 8, Devin Holman.
First batter, though, Devin Holman. Sophomore hitting 128. He has driven in 6 runs. Lefty to righty, Rominger to Holman. Down and in, ball one. Javen winds and delivers again, and that's a letter high strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Well, that high strike was called for Tegan Warren in the bottom of the first. It's good to see it's consistent here for Rominger in the top of the second. The 1-1. That's low, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch to Holman. Swing and a miss. Chased one downstairs, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. The pitch poked foul to the right off the screen. We'll do it again. By the way, I was talking about the uniforms as I do in the top of the first. The East caps are black, but the brim is red for the Scarlets. I'm wearing the all-red caps today. The 2-2 pitch, poked in the air, foul down the right field line. Out of play, and we'll do it again at 2-2. Another 2-2 pitch. Down and in, full count, 3-2. Three balls, two strikes. The payoff pitch. Poked in the air, foul off to the right again. Holman giving Rominger a good battle here, still 3-2. Three balls, two strikes. Another payoff pitch. Up and away, ball four. Leadoff walk, second walk issued by Rominger. We told you that the one thing East does well offensively is draw walks. That brings up Tate Warren, the second baseman, made a nice play to end the bottom of the first inning. We get a courtesy runner for Holman, and that appears to be
Tate Warren, the batter, second baseman.
Seth Sapali Jr. is the courtesy runner. First pitch to Warren, misses, ball one.
Number 4, Seth Sapali.
The 1-0 to Warren is swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tate Warren hitting .074. He does have an RBI. Tate and Tegan Warren are both sophomores, and if they're not twins, there's something wrong with my eyes. That pitch hit in the air to right over towards the line. Long run for Reinhardt. He will get there and make the catch. Fires back to first, not in time. Boy, Sapali was a little far off the bag there. Reinhardt nearly doubled him up. Throw was a bit offline, but a nice play by Luke and 2 down. The batter is Amante Johnson, the right fielder.
Now batting, right fielder, number 24, Amante Johnson.
Johnson, a right-handed hitter, just a freshman. 1 for 7 on the season, and he fouls this straight back to the screen, 0-1. Runner at first and 1 down. I said 2 down earlier, but there's 1 down. That pitch in the dirt, good stop by Dowd. 1 ball, 1 strike. Three 0 Ottumwa as Des Moines East bats here in the top of the second. The 1-1 pitch. Letter high strike, 1-2. Rominger comes set. The kick and the pitch. Swing and a miss and an off-speed pitch, strike 3. And that is out number 2. Third strikeout for Rominger, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Bryce Dix.
Shortstop, number 2, Bryce Dix.
Dix, a junior, hitting 147. He's driven in 2. First pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Devin Holman, the catcher, led the inning off with a walk as that pitch is fouled back 0-2. Seth Sapali is his courtesy runner. He's still there with 2 down as Rominger is retired. Tate Warren on a fly ball to right and Amonte Johnson on a strikeout. 0-2 now to Bryce Dix. The pitch, fouled back, we'll do it again. Still 0-2. Rominger kicks and delivers. Breaking ball, just low perhaps. 1-2. Javen kicks and delivers. And that's a little low and away, a little further outside that time, 2-2. Deuce is Wild on the scoreboard, number 2 at bat, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Javen's 2-2 pitch. Inside corner fastball called, strike 3, and the inning is over. 4 strikeouts for Rominger, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. No runs, no hits, a walk and a man left. We go to the bottom of the second. Dogs 3, Scarlets nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the second inning, Bulldog Baseball brought to you by Sonic Drive-In, featuring made-to-order American classics, signature menu items, and speedy service from friendly car hops. Cruise on over to Sonic, North 63 next to Walgreens, for the ultimate Sonic experience. By William Penn University, the place to widen your potential. Daytime online and evening classes begin every 8 weeks. Visit wmpenn.edu for more information. And by Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic. Ottumwa 3, Des Moines East nothing as the Bulldogs come to bat here in the bottom of the second. Tegan Warren, tall, lanky right-hander on the mound. Ottumwa touched him for 4 singles and 3 runs in that first inning. Jared Mitchell lead it off for OHS, then Luke Reinhardt and Dalton Dowd.
Jared, Big Daddy.
Mitchell hitting .205, he's driven in 3. Right-hander to right-hander, Warren from the stretch, even with no one on base. Here's the pitch. Missed low, ball 1. It's kind of looking like the high strike is open, but the bottom part of the zone has not been for both pitchers so far. 1 ball, no strikes to Mitchell. Warren's next pitch, low and away, 2-0. .78 degrees was our game time temperature. No wind to speak of here at John Hart Stadium. Long pause by Warren, now the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Foul tip, same difference, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Warren comes set. The kick and the pitch. Behind Mitchell to the backstop, 3-1. Luke Reinhardt on deck, 3-1 to Jared Mitchell. Mitchell had a complete game victory on the mound at Des Moines Roosevelt on Monday. 3-1 pitch to him here. Inside corner, strike 2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Warren comes set. The payoff pitch. Up and in, ball 4. And Mitchell draws the leadoff walk. First walk issued by Tegan Warren. And here is Luke Reinhardt. Still looking for his first hit. He's only had 8 at-bats. He has drawn a couple of walks, including in Game 2 against Fort Dodge last night. He ended up scoring a run when Rominger hit the 3-run homer. Mitchell at first, you wouldn't think of him being a base stealer, but he'll take off. We've seen him run a few times. Third baseman creeping in, Reinhardt showing bunt. Pitch is high. Snap throw down to first, not in time. Count 1-0 to Reinhardt. Jared Mitchell 4 for 4 in stolen base tries. Baldwin in on the grass at third. Pitch bunted foul back to the screen, 1-1. Luke digs back in. Has not had a successful sacrifice yet this season. Mitchell a short lead at first. Now the 1-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike 1-2. Luke was starting to square around and then thought the pitch would be high, but that had a good break to it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and now the bunt likely off for Ottumwa here. Catcher sets up away. Mitchell started and stopped. Now the 1-2. Upstairs, 2-2. Warren missed his spot there. The catcher was setting up outside. The ball was up and in. 2-2 to Luke Reinhardt. The pitch. Popped it up, shallow center. Out is Warren. The second baseman makes the catch for out number 1. Mitchell back to first, and the batter Dalton Dowd, who singled, a bunt single to start the bottom of the first inning. His courtesy runner Chantalava eventually came around to score. Ottumwa leading 3-0, 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the second.
For Ottumwa, catcher Dalton Dowd.
When Dowd batted in the first inning, Baldwin at third was even with the bag and all the way over towards the hole on the left side. Dowd simply laid down a bunt into the grass, and East had no chance. East is not taking that chance again. Baldwin is in on the grass and over towards the line now. Although if a skilled bunter, a very skilled bunter, could push it between the mound and the third baseman, you bunt it hard enough, you'll get a base hit out of it. Throw to first. Jared Mitchell was about a step and a half off the bag, and he gets back in. The outfield still shading Dowd to pull, and I'll tell you what, some of Dowd's best hits have been to left center, and that gap is wide open. Dalton showing bunt, pulled the bat back, pitch way outside, ball 1. Boy, Baldwin came about 30 feet down the line, and then Dalton pulled the bat back, and imagine the third baseman's heart had to be in his throat at that moment. 1-0 to Dowd. Another throw over, and again, Mitchell barely off the bag at all. Dowd showing bunt again. Bat pulled back, hit it foul off to the left, 1-1. So I'm really trying to take advantage of how East is shifting here. Drawing them in with the threat of the bunt, and then Dowd that time just trying to poke that pitch over third base and down the line, but he fouled it off. 1-1 to the Bulldog leadoff hitter. Jared Mitchell at first and one out, bottom second. 3-0 Dogs. Another throw over, and again Mitchell dives back in. Almost feels like East is convinced there's going to be a hit and run. 1-1 to Dowd. Mitchell runs, pitches up and away, the throw down to second, and that's going to be not in time. They say that Mitchell slid in head first ahead of the tag, and East head coach Justin Denham is headed out to talk to the base umpire. This is the second time he has not liked a call. Again, the throw looked like it got there ahead of him. The only thing I can think of is that the tag didn't get there. It did look like the fielder was a little bit in front of the bag. And he tried to do a swipe tag around behind him instead of setting up behind the bag and letting the ball come right into the sliding path. So Jared Mitchell credited with his 5th steal of the year. I honestly don't recall if the pitch was a ball or a strike. I was watching the timing of the steal. I'll go with 2-1 on the scoreboard for now. And Dowd bunts at that pitch and misses. It must have been 2-1. He wouldn't have tried that with 2 strikes. Count even at 2-2. The runner on second, he had the third baseman Baldwin playing back. He's still back now with 2 strikes. Boy, there's a giant hole in the left side of the infield. The shortstop, Dix, is trying to keep Mitchell close at second. And there's a liner up the middle base hit. Mitchell will stop at third as Dowd has his second hit. Runners on the corners and 1 out. The batter will be Javen Rominger, who was called out on strikes his first time up. Again, Kobe Chentalavan will run at first for Dowd.
Batting for the Bulldogs, pitcher number 1, Javen Rominger.
Runners at the corners, 1 down. Rominger trying to help his own cause here. Dogs already up 3-0. Warren stepped off, bluffed to first, and looked to third. If Ottumwa's going to try the double steal, Mitchell's not going to be running right away. Runner goes. Pitch is a strike. They throw down to third, and Mitchell was already going back to third. Chentalavan will steal second. That's his 5th of the year. I believe the count's 1-0. Pardon me, it's 0-1. That pitch was a strike, 0-1. And that pitch grounded foul off to the left, 0-2. And that was off the foot of Rominger. And okay, he's not down and in a ton of pain like Tanner Shark was when he did that yesterday, but Javen shaking that left foot, trying to shake off the foul ball. Down on the count, 0-2. Second and third, 1 out. East has the infield back. Just put the ball on the ground past the pitcher. You'll get a run home here. Warren's 0-2. Popped up right side. Out is Tate Warren, makes the catch. Runners hold 2 down. I'm guessing Rominger down to the count, 2 strikes. Couldn't afford to take that pitch. I think he was hoping to foul it off. But instead he pops out to second. So it's up to Tucker Long, who singled and scored his first time up. It was an infield hit.
Batter, shortstop, Tucker Long.
Bulldogs second baseman digs in for his second at-bat. 2 on, 2 out. Ottumwa leading 3-0. Bottom of the second inning. Boy, Tegan Warren pitches at a very slow pace. First pitch, in there for a strike, 0-1. No balls and a strike. Another long pause and the pitch. Lined into center field. That is back and over the head of the center fielder Sorter. 2 runs are scoring, and Tucker Long off to the races. He's around second as the ball is picked up on the warning track. Long racing for third. He'll have a stand-up triple. 5-0 Bulldogs. 2 RBI for Tucker. That gives him 15 on the season. Mitchell and Chantalivon score.
Shortstop, Carter Thompson.
Carter Thompson, an RBI single and a run his first time up. Runner at third, 2 down. The pitch. Sails up and in, ball 1. Five runs on 6 hits for Ottumwa here. Still a chance for at least one more in the bottom of the second. Runner at third, 2 down. Now the 1-0. Lined into left center field, base hit, 6-0. Long will trot home. Thompson with an RBI single. Second ribby of the game, 10th of the year. And that brings up Braylon Griffiths, who had a sacrifice fly to drive in a run his first time up.
Braylon Griffiths.
3 in the first, 3 here in the second for Ottumwa, leading 6-0. First pitch, breaking ball, that's lined into left field. It'll get down for a base hit. Griffiths keeps the line moving, and the batter, Matt Mitchell, who singled his first time up.
Single by Griffiths brings up designated hitter Matt Mitchell.
8 hits in the game for Ottumwa, 3 straight hits with 2 out. And now the sophomore Matt Mitchell, the 8th man to bat in the inning. Stands in against Warren. First pitch, chopper foul over towards the east dugout, 0-1. No balls and a strike. 2 on, 2 out, 3 home, 6-0 Dogs in the second. The pitch. Strike at the knees, 0-2. Boy, that low strike hasn't been there really at all this game until that pitch. 0-2. See if Mitchell can battle here. Thompson at second, Griffith at first. Good speed out there, split a gap. You can see guys running all day. The 0-2 runner goes, pitches up and away. The throw down to third, and it gets away from the third baseman. Not too far. The shortstop backs it up. And on that overthrow, though, we're going to see Griffiths take second. Thought for a moment Carter Thompson might be dead to rights at third. Throw wasn't bad. Baldwin just dropped it. Thompson gets the stolen base. Griffiths will advance on the error. And I think you have to charge that to Baldwin. The catcher Holman's throw was catchable. Now second and third. 1-2 to Mitchell. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. So Ottumwa can't cash in on the extra opportunity, but the Bulldogs get 3 runs on 4 hits. There was an error and 2 left. We go to the third inning. Dogs 6, Scarlets nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the third inning. Bulldog Baseball brought to you by Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive for 24/7 emergency service, including nights, holidays, and weekends. Fast, friendly, and professional service at Roto-Rooter, servicing Ottumwa and surrounding areas. By Family First Chiropractic, West 2nd Street, Ottumwa, delivering an elevated level of holistic care for the entire family, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure their clients receive the best results as fast as possible. And by Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, your premium broadband provider now in Wapello County. Go to findmyfiber.mycmtech.com to purchase fiber internet at your home. Ottumwa 6, Des Moines East nothing as the Scarlets bat here in the top of the third. Top of the order due up Diego Gonzalez, Dylan Baldwin, and Austin Fleener. Gonzalez popped out to second his first time up. Javen Romiger has allowed a hit and 2 walks and has struck out 4 in 2 innings. And this pitch popped up right side, shallow, over towards the line. Reinhardt coming in, and he reached back and he cannot make the catch. It's off his glove. He overran it, and that'll be an error on the Bulldogs' right fielder. Stopping at first is Gonzalez. That'll be an error on Reinhardt, and the batter will be Dylan Baldwin, who singled his first time up.
Now batting, Dylan Baldwin.
Second inning in a row, East has had the leadoff hitter on. There's a strike to the left-handed batting Baldwin, 0-1. The 0-1. Breaking ball, he ducked out of the way. It came back over the plate for strike 2. Great off-speed pitch from Javen Romiger. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, fouled back to the screen. We'll do it again at 0-2. Rominger from the third base side of the rubber comes set. The kick and the pitch. And that sailed on him and hit him in the back. First and second, nobody out. And for Javen, that is the 5th batter he's hit this year. 2 on, nobody out for Austin Fleener, who walked his first time up. Javen's pitch, swing and a foul, 0-1. East had 2 on, 1 out in the first inning, couldn't score. They have 2 on, nobody out here in the third. Ottumwa leading 6-0. Now the 0-1. Upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. You get to 6-0 after 2 innings, you start thinking, put together a few more runs and make it a 10-run game and get out of here in 5 innings, but you got to keep the other team off the board. The 1-1 is downstairs, 2-1. Javen's got to throw strikes here. He's got a big lead. That first runner in this inning, not his fault. Check swing, pitch was a strike anyway, and if it hadn't been, I'm pretty sure he went around. But the count even at 2-2. Javen looks back at the runner at second, working quickly. The 2-2. Popped it up, backing out of play. We'll do it again. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fleener, the DH, digs back in. The pitch. Outside, 3-2. Don't want to lose him to another walk. That would load the bases with nobody out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff. Runner goes. Pitch is hit in the air, foul off to the right out of play. The runner at second, Gonzalez, took off for third, but he'll have to retreat. He is our leading base stealer, 7 for 7 on the season. Jamin looks back at second. Doesn't go. Runner doesn't go this time. That pitch fouled straight back. We'll do it again. Still 3-2 to Fleener. 2 on, nobody out. Ottumwa leading 6-0, but he's trying to mount a threat here. The 3-2. High fly ball, shallow left. Griffith's coming in. He's there. Makes the catch, 1 down. And the runners hold. Feels like that could be a turning point. Now 2 on, 1 out for the center fielder, Jaden Sorter, who struck out his first time up.
Now batting center fielder, Jaden Sorter.
Gonzalez reached on an error. Baldwin hit by a pitch. Fleener flies out. Now Sorter swings and fouls at 0-1. It's almost 6 runs, 8 hits, and an error. East, no runs, 1 hit, and an error. No balls, 1 strike. Runner goes from second, pitches up and in. The throw down to third. Not in time. It gets away. Runner coming home. Paul might have a, nope, he doesn't have a play. He'll throw to third, though, and the tag at third by Thompson. And this umpire, this base umpire isn't going to call anybody out on the bases, it seems. Well, it looked like Carter caught that ball in front of the runner coming to third and put the tag on him, but the base umpire called safe, and now John Yeager out of the dugout. Well, it's almost had 2 stolen bases at second where East thought they were out, and I had a hard time disagreeing. And now that play at third where it looked to the whole world like that tag on the chest was well before Baldwin got to third. So Gonzalez steals third. He scores on the throwing error by Dowd. It's an unearned run. He was on base in the first place because of another error. Baldwin stole second behind him, then is ruled to go to third on the air. John Yeager is out there fixing third base. The slide in knocked the base off its post. But it wouldn't totally surprise me if John is having a few quiet words with that umpire while he does it. And every time that this has happened, twice to East and once to Ottumwa, the umpire's reaction is to just turn and kind of shrug as if I don't even know. So it's 6-1. The count, I believe, is 1-1 to Sorter. Runner at third and 1 out. And the pitch, up and away, 2-1. It looked like that Carter Thompson was going to make a nice play there. He did make a nice play. There's a fly ball to right over towards the line. Long run for Reinhard and sliding, and he can't hang on to it. And it's in fair territory. Run scores. Racing to second is Sorter, and it's 6-2. And Reinhardt is still down out there in right field. Tucker Long and Jared Mitchell out to check on him, and John Yeager coming out of the dugout. Boy, this is not what Ottumwa needs. You're already not having Tanner Shark tonight because he took a foul ball off the foot yesterday. Now Reinhardt is still down and in pain. Luke Gravy and Braylon Griffiths coming over to check on their teammate. This might take a moment to sort out. Annie, let's take a 30-second timeout, an injury timeout. Dogs up 6-2 in the top of the third, but the concern now about Luke Reinhardt. We're back in 30 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop, located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball on KBIZ, and on the live video stream, Luke Reinhardt out in right field is back on his feet and playing catch with Tucker Long to see how he feels. Again, not totally sure what he hurt when he tried to make a sliding catch down the line. If that play is ruled an error, and it did look like Reinhardt overran the ball, it would be the third error of the inning on Ottumwa. East has plated 2 runs, and they have a runner at second with only 1 out. Looks like Luke will stay in the game. So everybody's headed back to their positions. Braylon Griffiths had gone all the way from left to right field to check on his teammate. He's back in left. Luke Gravy back to center. Long back to second, Mitchell back to first, and of course John Yeager back to the dugout. The batter is Cale Klein, who struck out his first time up. East with the runner on second, 1 down. They've got 2 home in the inning. They trail Ottumwa 6-2. Rominger with a fastball strike to Klein, 0-1.
First baseman, Cale Klein.
Cale Klein hits with an open stance in that right-handed batter's box. Now the 0-1. Downstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ottumwa, by our estimation, 3 errors in this third inning. There's a ground ball to short. Backhanded by Thompson, throw to first for the out. Runner trying to go to third. Mitchell's throw to third is wide, and a good job by Case and Palm to cut it off. So Sorter ends up at third. Klein retired 6-3, 2 down, and the batter Devin Holman, who walked his first time up. This inning started when Diego Gonzalez reached on an error. Dylan Baldwin hit by a pitch. Austin Fleener flew out to left. But then on a double steal, the ball thrown away for an error that allowed the first run to score. The other runner went to third. First pitch down low, ball 1. As Sorter was coming well down the line at third. And another fly ball drop for an error. Pitch outside, 2-0. And then a ground out to short. So a runner at third, 2 runs home, 2 out. 2-0. Fly ball to center, Gravy coming in. Luke is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. 2 runs, no hits, 3 errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the third. Ottumwa still leading 6-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the third inning. Ronnie playing some mellow music here at John Hart Stadium. Ottumwa leading East 6-2. Bulldog baseball brought to you by Mike and the team at Mike's Pizza, Ottumwa's favorite place to eat, and by Community First Credit Union, because together is better. Check them out at cfirstcreditunion.com. Ottumwa 3 in the first, 3 in the second. East got a couple of unearned runs in the top of the third inning, and now Ottumwa will try to get the bats going here in the bottom of the inning. It'll be Paul Mitchell and Luke Reinhardt due up. John Yeager is talking to the home plate umpire, and they look like they're going over lineup cards. And I'm not sure if that means maybe Luke Reinhardt, after going down and getting hurt in the top of the third inning, he ended up staying in the game, but perhaps the decision's been made to make a change. We'll see. Tegan Warren still on the mound for East. He's given up 6 runs on 8 hits in 2 innings. He's thrown 45 pitches. Javen Rominger has thrown 66 pitches in his 3 innings, so unless he becomes more efficient in the next couple of innings, he won't finish this one. Palm, the batter, he grounded to second his first time up. Ottumwa 6 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors. East 2 runs, 1 hit, and 1 error. Palm digs in against Warren. Again, a long pause by the tall right-hander. Now the pitch. High fly ball to left. Pretty well hit. Gonzalez over towards the line. Has a beat on it, though, and he makes the catch for out number 1. I don't know for sure, but if Kaysen had hit that last night with those short fences in Fort Dodge, that might have come close to going out of the park. McNeil Field in Fort Dodge is a lot smaller than John Hart Stadium. Jared Mitchell, the batter, walked, stole a base, scored a run in the second inning. Right-hander to right-hander. Warren to Mitchell. In the dirt all the way to the backstop, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. The next offering to Jarrett. Down and in, 2-0. Warren has walked 1 and struck out 2 in now 2 1/3 innings. His 2-0 pitch to Jared. Inside 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. And that is not Luke Reinhardt on deck. That's Cam Maneri. The 3-0. Letter high strike, 3-1. Sluggers count for Jared Mitchell. 3 balls and a strike. The pitch. Swing and a foul at the plate, 3-2. Mitchell trying to get on with 1 out. Ottumwa leading 6-2. Catcher Holman walked back to the mound with Tegan Warren and now heads back to the plate. Mitchell digs in with a full count. Three balls, 2 strikes, the kick and the pitch. Ground ball to third, and it deflects off the third baseman Baldwin. Mitchell will be safe at first, and that'll be the second error of the game on East. So 1 on, 1 out, and here is Cam Maneri. Pinch hitting for Luke Reinhardt.
Now batting, number 5, Cam Maneri.
Cam 2 for 11 on the season. Caught game 2 last night, had a single and struck out 3 times. Mitchell with the short lead at first and a throw over will chase him back. One on, 1 out. First pitch to Cam. Breaking ball, strike 0-1. Six runs, 8 hits, 3 errors for Ottumwa. 2 runs, 1 hit, 2 errors for East. Bottom of the 3rd inning, 1 on, 1 out for the Dogs. Now the 0-1. Fouled in the air off to the right out of play, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. I thought the ump just said 1-1. I thought he stuck that right arm out, called that first pitch a strike. Well, he says it's 1-1. I guess it's 1-1. We'll take it. Now the pitch. Downstairs, 2-1. Two and 1 to Cam Maneri. Warren comes set. Jared Mitchell, the short lead at first. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, tied him up inside, 2-2. Two and 2 to Cam. Right-hander to right-hander. The pitch. Inside it hit him. And it's almost got 2 on with 1 out. With the top of the order coming up, Dalton Dowd.
Batting for the Bulldogs, number 18, Dalton Dowd.
Okay, so now I see what Ottumwa's done here. Cam Maneri just got a courtesy runner, so that conversation that John Yeager had with the umpire before the bottom of the 3rd, Cam Maneri was inserted into the lineup as the catcher, and Dalton Dowd is apparently now playing right field. So Kobe Chantalavon now running for Maneri. Jared Mitchell at second, Kobe at first, Dowd at the plate, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. Showing bunt. Pulled the bat back, pitch way outside, ball 1. Seen several teams do this when they anticipate a bunt with runners on first and second. The first baseman Klein way in, the third baseman Baldwin back behind the bag at third. If Dowd bunts it up the third baseline, it's going to be bases loaded. Swings away, drives it to right field. That's down for a base hit. Mitchell will stop at third, and the bases are loaded. Boy, Mitchell kind of turned his ankle going over the bag. He limps back to third. Dowd 3 for 3. Loaded with 1 out for Javen Rominger, who struck out and popped out 0 for 2. And Rominger could really help his own cause right here.
Javen Rominger.
Time called. Jared Mitchell's going to retie that right shoe. Dowd with the 9th hit for Ottumwa here. We're only in the 3rd inning. Bulldogs up 6-2, looking to maybe break this game wide open here in the 3rd. Jared Mitchell reached on an error. Cam Maneri hit by a pitch. Dalton Dowd single. Bases loaded for Rominger. Corner infielders in, middle infielders hoping for a double play grounder. First pitch, low and away, good stop by the catcher, Devin Holman, ball one. No place to put Rominger, a dog at every base. Jared Mitchell at third, Kobe Chantalavan at second, Dalton Dowd at first. Now the 1-0. Inside 2-0. Hitters count for Javen. He had 6 RBI yesterday in the doubleheader. Can he add to his season total here? The 2-0. Popped up foul to the right out of play, 2-1. Two and one to the Bulldog pitcher. Javen digs back in. Tegan Warren kicks and delivers. Fly ball to center. It's shallow. Coming in is Sorter. He'll make the catch. Mitchell tags. Here comes the throw. It's cut off, and now a throw back to second. Not in time as Chantalavan kind of drifted off the bag a bit, but gets back safely. Sacrifice fly for Rominger. Run scores 7-2. Rominger with his 13th RBI of the season. The batter will be Tucker Long, but before he bats, East head coach Justin Denham out of the dugout.
Number 22, Tucker Long.
Don't know if he just has a conference in mind or if maybe he's thinking about a pitching change. Haven't seen anybody warming up for East, but it doesn't mean he won't make a change. This conference actually does not include the catcher as Holman has walked back to home plate, and well, he's getting a different baseball for his pitcher, so I think Warren's going to stay in. And I imagine they want to figure out how to deal with Tucker Long, who's 2 for 2 with a single, a 2-run triple, and 2 runs scored. 7-2 Ottumwa, 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the third inning. The run scored by Jared Mitchell was unearned. He had reached on an error. Any other run scored would also be unearned. They've intentionally walked Tucker Long to face Carter Thompson. Thompson's 2 for 2 with 2 RBI singles and a run, so with 2 out. That's a little surprising to me. Although maybe they like the righty-righty matchup better. Long pause, first pitch to Carter. In the dirt, ball 1. It's only the second walk for Tegan Warren, that one intentional. Bases loaded, 2 down for Carter. The 1-0. Line down the left field line, foul by about a foot. 1-1. That would have scored 2 had it stayed fair. One ball, 1 strike to Carter Thompson. Outfield shading him to pull. Warren another pause. Now the 1-1. Liner dropped by the third baseman. It's a fair... Well, yeah, it's the fair ball. He knocked it into foul territory. Everybody's safe, and it's 8-2. Dylan Baldwin tried to backhand that liner. It popped out of his glove, went into foul territory, but the home plate umpire immediately said he touched it in fair territory. That'll be another error. No RBI. Chentalavan scores. Dowd to third, Long to second. And the batter, Braylon Griffiths, who has 2 singles. And he swings and misses at a breaking ball 0-1.
Bulldog batter, Braylon Griffiths.
Well, Ottumwa's gotten the 2 back they gave up in the top of the third. They lead 8-2. Both teams committing multiple errors in this third inning. Bases loaded, 2 down for Braylon. Now the 0-1. In the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. Dowd at third, Long at second, Thompson at first. Eight to Ottumwa. And hoping for more before this third inning ends. Now the 1-1. High 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Nowhere to put Braylon Griffiths. Warren brings it home. High drive, left center field. That's well hit. That could clear the bases. It is over the head of Gonzalez and rolling all the way to the track. 2 runs are home. Around third is Thompson. He's on his way to the plate. The throw to third, not in time. A sliding triple for Braylon Griffiths. It is 11-2. And Braylon clears them all with a mighty swing of the bat. 3 RBI on 1 swing.
Triple by Griffiths.
He's got 4 RBI in the game.
Number 20, Matt Mitchell.
And the intentional walk did not pay off for East. Matt Mitchell, the 9th batter of the inning, he singled and struck out 1 for 2. Ottumwa up 9 here in the bottom of the third. First pitch, breaking ball stayed up high, 1-0. 5 runs home in the inning. Dogs lead 11-2. That's the second triple of the game for Ottumwa. Tucker Long had a 2-run triple in the second inning. Now the 1-0 to Mitchell. Ground ball down the third base line. Fair ball. An infield hit, and it is 12-2. Fielded behind the bag by Baldwin. It carried him into foul territory, and he had no throw, so Mitchell gets an RBI single.
Now batting, Kason Palm.
Kason Palm will bat for the second time in the inning. He flew out to start the inning. Six runs home in the frame. They're all unearned thanks to a pair of errors in this inning. Now the pitch, downstairs, ball 1. Someone's gotten to that 10-run lead here in the third inning. If they're up by 10 after the top of the 5th, we're done for game 1. Throw to first, and Mitchell dives back in safely. Right-hander to right-hander. Warren to Palm. Up and in, 2-0. Palm flew out to start the inning. Jared Mitchell reached on an error. Cam Maneri hit by a pitch. Dalton Dowd singled that low to the bases. Javen Rominger had an RBI sac fly. Throw to first, not in time. Tucker Long was intentionally walked. Carter Thompson reached on an error to drive in a run, and then Braylon Griffiths, a 3-run triple. He scored on the Matt Mitchell single. Now the 2-0 to Palm. Up and in, 3-0. Time called as Holman's going to go out to try to settle down Warren, or at least walk out to the grass and say something before throwing the ball to his pitcher and going back behind the plate. 3 balls, no strikes. Palm awaiting the pitch. Here it comes. Way inside, ball 4. Second walk of the inning, third of the game for Warren, and that might be all for him. Yep. East head coach Justin Denham is going to call for his left fielder Gonzalez to come in and pitch. It's called to the bullpen. Ottumwa leading 12-2. We're back in 30 seconds on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
High-speed internet is here, powered by a 100% fiber optic network. Citizens Mutual provides reliable, fiber-to-the-home, high-speed internet to rural Iowa.
My children and my grandchildren, when they come here, they didn't like to come visit very much because they couldn't get on their devices. Well, now they love it because they can have chats with their friends. People don't realize how isolated sometimes people are out in the rural areas. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Visit findmyfiber.mycmtech.com.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
The new East pitcher is Diego Gonzalez, the senior making his 6th appearance. He's made 1 start. He's 0-1 with a 9.55 ERA. 7 1/3 innings pitched, 12 hits allowed, 12 runs, 10 earned, 11 walks, 1 hit batter, 6 strikeouts. Opponents have hit .375 against him. I believe the starting pitcher, Tegan Warren, simply went out to left field, although I'm not 100% sure about that. Ottumwa leading 12-2. They've broken it open with 6 runs here in the bottom of the 3rd. They're all unearned. And 5 of the 6 runs have scored with 2 out. Bulldogs have runners at first and second, and the batter will be Jared Mitchell, who's reached on a walk, reached on an error, and scored twice. So Tegan Warren pitched 2 2/3 innings. He allowed 10 hits. He's been charged with 12 runs, 6 earned. He's responsible for the 2 runners on base, but those would be unearned. Walked 3, 1 intentional, struck out 2.
Pitcher for East is Diego Gonzalez.
And threw 76 pitches.
The batter is number 15, Jared Mitchell.
12 runs, 10 hits, 3 errors for Ottumwa, 2 runs, 1 hit, 3 errors for East. 2 on, 2 out. Jared Mitchell at the plate. First pitch. High fly ball left, well foul, headed for the parking lot. And it's going to be a hopping between cars, thankfully. Strike 1. Oh, 1-1 to Mitchell. The pitch, low and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Gonzalez with the runner going at second. That pitch hit high in the air, foul off to the left, out of play. And the count 1-2 to Jared. To Ottumwa here in the bottom of the 3rd. Don't know if you need to be running here. The 1-2. Swing and a foul as Mitchell just does stay alive. Tips it in and out of the mitt of the catcher, Holman. Jared, the 11th batter of this 3rd inning for Ottumwa. Gonzalez's pitch. Time called. It's a dead ball. I believe the umpire called a balk. Yes, he did. Gonzalez did not come set and hold his position for a second. I saw the motion in my mind. I went, that's a balk. He didn't stop. Often that doesn't get called, especially when it's 12-2. And Mitchell might be a little upset. He lined that back up the middle, but no pitch. It's a balk. Now 2nd and 3rd in a count, 1-2 to Jared Mitchell. The pitch. Poked in the air down the right field line. That's going to get down for a base hit. 2 runs are going to score. It'll be 14-2 on the single to the opposite field by Jared Mitchell.
Single, 2 RBIs for Big Daddy.
Matt Mitchell and Kason Palm score.
5, Camineri.
So that'll close the book on Tegan Warren. 2 2/3 innings, 14 runs, 6 earned on 10 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, 76 pitches. Camineri, for his second plate appearance of the inning, he was hit by a pitch, and he lines it but foul into the left field corner. 0-1. No balls and a strike to Maneri, who's now the catcher for Ottumwa. The injury to Luke Reinhardt in the top of the 3rd inning. Mitchell goes, pitch lined into left field, base hit. Jared will stop at second. Maneri has his first hit of the ball game, and here's Dalton Dowd, who singled in the 1st inning, singled in the 2nd inning, singled in this 3rd inning. Dowd, the 13th batter of the 3rd inning for Ottumwa. Again, Kobe Chantalavan will run for the catcher, Maneri. Right now we see one of the differences between baseball and softball. In softball, if you have a 12-run lead after 3 or after 2.5, if you're the home team, the game ends. In baseball, you've got to go 5 and have a 10-run lead. Pitch inside to Dowd, ball 1.
Courtesy run for Camineri.
One ball, no strikes. 2 on, 2 out, 8 home in the inning. Mitchell runs, pitches outside. They'll throw to second. Nobody's covering. The ball goes into center. Mitchell's going to score. Down to 3rd goes Chantalavan. It's 15-2. Now the error gets charged to the catcher Holman, but that's not his fault. His throw went right over second base, and neither middle infielder got over to cover. Counts 2-0 to Dowd. So Chantalavan now at 3rd, and the pitch to Dowd. Outside, 3-0. Three balls, no strikes. The pitch, taken for a strike, 3-1. Sluggers count for Dowd. The 3-1 pitch. Hit in the air, shallow left. Coming in is Warren. Makes the catch to retire the side, but Ottumwa puts 9 on the board. And they'll take a 15-2 lead to the top of the 4th inning on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other. Because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 4th inning. So the numbers on that bottom of the 3rd, 9 runs, none of them earned on 5 hits, 3 errors for East, and Ottumwa left 1 on base. And now Javen Romiger's job is simply to put 6 more outs on the board, 3 this inning, 3 the next, and put game 1 to bed. East will have the 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up: Tate Warren, Amonte Johnson, and Bryce Dix. Rominger has allowed 2 runs on just 1 hit in 3 innings. The runs were unearned. Javid has walked 2 and hit a batter, but he's also struck out 4. And the second baseman, Tate Warren, will lead it off. He flew out to right his first time up. Dalton Dowd is in right field now for Ottumwa. And Cam Maneri is the catcher. Lefty to righty. Rominger's pitch. Down and in, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch popped up foul right side. Mitchell, a long run, but that'll be out of play. I think Jared's getting some good-natured ribbing from the dugout there as he got to the fence. Ball was beyond his reach, and I see him immediately turn to the dugout right next to him and put his hands up in the air as if to say, what did you want me to do? 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch, ground ball to second. Tucker Long with a routine play. Throw to first. Just in time. He almost took too long and the throw a bit wide, but Mitchell kept his foot on the bag, 1 down. Amonte Johnson, the batter, a strikeout his first time up.
Batting for East, Amonte Johnson.
Take a look here at tonight's Major League Baseball scoreboard as we get a chance. First pitch to Johnson. Fastball strike. 0-1. At least we think he called it a strike. Sometimes that umpire puts his right arm out, it's a strike. Sometimes he's saying the pitch was outside, and those look remarkably similar. Now the 0-1. In the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. Unless we're told otherwise. On the Major League Baseball scoreboard tonight, several finals. Getaway day for a lot of teams. First, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Dodgers went to Cincinnati and beat the Reds 6-0. Rays at home beat the Twins 4-2. Brewers fall at home to the Orioles. Baltimore wins 6-3. Giants in Colorado beat the Rockies 6-4, and the White Sox nipped the Yankees in Game 1 of a doubleheader at Yankee Stadium. White Sox 6, Yankees 5. Fastball, top of the zone, called strike 3 for out number 2. Strikeout number 5 for Javen Rominger, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. And the batter is Bryce Dix, who was called out on strikes his first time up. Pardon me, we got a pinch hitter here.
Now batting 27, Dylan Post.
So Dylan Post will pinch hit for Bryce Dix. Post, a right-handed hitter. He is 0 for 5 on the season, and he takes a strike 0-1. 15-2 Ottumwa here in the top of the 4th as Post fouls it off to the right, 0-2. Games in progress in the big leagues right now. Top 7, Phillies 1, Tigers 0 in Philadelphia. Bottom of the 2nd in Toronto, Astros 2, Blue Jays 0. Top of the 2nd in Cleveland, Guardians 1, Red Sox 0. The 0-2. Liner leaping attempt by Carter Thompson, but it's over his head into left field for a 2-out single. So the pinch hitter Post with a base hit back to the top of the order. Diego Gonzalez now the pitcher. He is 0 for 2, but he's reached on an error and scored. Other big league scores, bottom of the 1st in Atlanta. Braves already lead the Mets 3-0. And they've started Game 2 of that doubleheader in the Bronx. White Sox and Yankees just getting underway. Later on tonight, the Cubs are in Anaheim to take on the Angels. Throw to first, not in time. And Diamondbacks at Washington was postponed. That's because of the air quality from the Canadian wildfires and all the smoke that's on the East Coast. First pitch to Gonzalez, hit high in the air, down the line, down to long run, foul territory, cannot get to it. Strike one. Ottumwa softball is also playing Des Moines East tonight. I haven't heard any updates from Houston Field as of yet. A 1-1 to Gonzalez, runner at first and 2 down. The pitch. High and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Luke Gravy in center field, slightly shading Gonzalez to hit it the other way towards right center. Now the 1-1. Upstairs, 2-1. Two out, runner on first for East here in the top of the fourth. Ottumwa leading 15-2. That pitch poked foul back to the screen. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's a pinch hitter on deck if the inning continues. East will get Seth Cipolli at bat, I should say. We saw Cipolli as a courtesy runner earlier in the game. The 2-2 pitch. Inside corner called, strike 3, and the inning is over. Strikeout number 6 for Rominger, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Dogs up 15-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Ottumwa 15, Des Moines East 2, game 1 of our doubleheader here at John Hart Stadium, Legion Memorial Field. Dylan Post, who pinch hit for shortstop Bryce Dix in the top of the fourth inning, will stay in and play short in the bottom of the fourth. And we have a new third baseman as well. Well, that's Devin Holman, who had been the catcher. He's now at third. And the catcher is now Dylan Baldwin, who had been the third baseman.
Devin Holman has moved to third base. And Dylan Baldwin is your catcher for East.
Diego Gonzalez still on the mound. He came on in relief in the third inning. Gonzalez allowed a walk and a couple of hits, gave up a run before getting the final out of the third, and now he will face 2, 3, and 4 in the Ottumwa order. It's scheduled to be Rominger, Long, and Thompson. Could see Ottumwa get somebody else in at bat here, and indeed, Rominger is going to take this at bat, but then Andrew Evans is in the on-deck circle. First pitch to Javen. High drive to left, going back Warren, still going back. That is over his head, and it's all the way to the wall. Rominger will stop at second with a leadoff double. So Javen had been 0 for 2 with the sacrifice fly. He hadn't had a hit in this game. Now he does.
Now batting number 13, Andrew Evans.
We've had a hit now from 8 of the 9 spots in the batting order. Here's Andrew Evans. Pinch hitting for Tucker Long. And he lifts a soft looper into left field for a base hit. Around third and coming home, Rominger. The throw to the plate is not in time, and it gets all the way to the backstop. Evans down to second on the throw. So Andrew Evans had been 0 for 3, but now he has his first hit and his first RBI, and it is 16-2. And he'll take second on the throwing error by the left fielder, Tegan Warren. Carter Thompson will bat. Carter is 2 for 3, 2 singles, 2 RBI, 2 runs scored. First pitch, low, ball 1. Boy, at this point, if the umpire decided the strike zone is a little bigger in a 16-2 game, I don't know if anybody would mind. There's a drive down the left field line by Thompson. That will land foul, just foul down the line. And the count even at a ball and a strike. Our home plate umpire got a good view of that, looking right down the line. Ottumwa 16 runs on 15 hits. Runner at second, nobody out, a run home here in the bottom of the fourth, and the 1-1 bounced in there and bounces over the head of the catcher Baldwin all the way to the backstop. Evans down to third on the wild pitch. That was about a 55-foot pitch. Baldwin moved his body over to get in front of it, then it bounced all the way over his head. Nothing the catcher could do there. As Ronnie just said, looked like a Super Ball coming in. 2-1 to Carter. The pitch, letter high strike on the inside corner, 2-2. Braylon Griffiths on deck. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, liner past the third baseman, Holman into left field, and then it gets by Warren. The run scores, and Thompson's going to jog to second, so it's a single for Thompson and an RBI, his third of the game, 17-2. And they will now, at 15 runs, we're not going to have to wait for the 5th inning. That'll be the end of it. Ottumwa will win game 1, 17-2. By 15 runs, game ending in the 4th. So don't charge the error there at the end, just a base hit and RBI, and the ball game is over. 17-2, the final. Will take 3 minutes, come back and get you the Game 1 totals on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
Hey, it's Sam here, your Lisco sales rep. Summertime weather is just around the corner, so you know the drill. Construction is in full swing, and we have limited time to get your order on the list for this year. As you're prioritizing your goals for 2022, let's make you the priority. We can chat details about what would make your home or business data connection the most successful. To add or update your services, call me, Samantha Knoll, for your Lisco sales and account management. 641-209-5400, 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
In Searcy, Arkansas, A young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High Baseball, 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ. Live video on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. Game 1 from John Hart Stadium, Legion Memorial Field in the books tonight. Bulldogs in 4 innings beat Des Moines East 17-2. For the Bulldogs, 17 runs, 16 hits, 3 errors, 5 left on base. Javen Rominger the win, now 1-2. For East, 2 runs, 2 hits, 5 errors, 5 left on base. Tegan Warren the loss, 0-4. The ballgame took 1 hour and 45 minutes to complete. Ottumwa now 10-6, 4-1 in the Iowa Alliance South Division. East now 4-17. They're 3-2 in South Division play. Game 2 of our doubleheader coming up in about 25 minutes or so. Seems like it takes longer between baseball than softball and doubleheader. So we're going to take 20 minutes, guys. 20 minutes, Annie. 20 minutes, Carl, back at the KBIZ studios. On the radio side, he'll get you Radio Iowa News, Radio Iowa Sports, a couple other updates. Video side, we're going to shut down the Game 1 stream. We'll have the Game 2 stream in 20 minutes. And when we are ready to continue, we will be back from John Hart Stadium, Legion Memorial Field, as the Dogs will go for the conference sweep. Bulldogs win Game 1 17-2. Keep it close. We'll be back in 20 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hey, nice job clearing the clog.
Thanks.
You know anybody who could repair the water damage in my basement?
Roto-Rooter does that.
Do you guys fix water heaters?
Roto-Rooter does that.
How about a leaky faucet?
We do that.
Disposal repair?
We do that.
I've got to run a few errands, but if you could finish up those pies, that'd be great. Thanks.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Pies. Okay.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at Mike'sPizzaSteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
Opa!
Birthdays, ladies' night out, bachelor or bachelorette party, sports team, no matter what your special event or sport, at Graphics Masters, we can make you stand out. We offer custom apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, koozies, and more. We even make custom signage for your event. It's all here under one roof. We even offer auto detailing as well. Like Graphics Masters on Facebook to see some of our quality work, or stop into the shop located on Albee Road across from the BP. Graphics Masters, we print your words.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit